So let's talk about the generation gap in the world of cars and hot rodding and how this fits into the bigger picture. What got me thinking about this was a video I did yesterday talking about the junkyard jet guys and the money that they spent on their project and how the way they were going about things didn't really align with what I do on this channel. And it's neither right nor wrong. What it is it's a generational difference, and it's based on generational values. So the best way to illustrate this, where I come from, is back at my house, I have a wooden carpenter's box. It's about yay long, it's about yay wide, yay tall, and it's filled with bent nails, screws, odd hardware bits and pieces, and it belonged to my grandfather. So my grandfather, he died back, it was about 30 years ago now, and he was a child of the Depression. He was born in 1910, so he was like, his real years were right there during the Depression era. So that mentality of saving things, of putting a value on every piece that you have, was based on the economy of the day. Back then we had a commodity-based system, a commodity-based economy. So money was based on gold and silver. And because the money was based on tangible items, all items purchased with it had an extended value. So you didn't just throw things away. They meant something. Material things meant something. They themselves were a commodity. And the more of those things you had, the useful things that you had, the wealthier you were. I know this, to a younger person, this sounds crazy, because during the next 50 or 60 years, we transitioned from an economy based on commodity to an economy based on debt. And consumerism became the thing in the 1950s and 1960s. And okay, I'm a boomer, and this is the burden that the boomer generation has put on all of society. I can't fault the younger people for being what I would consider to be wasteful, because it was my generation that set that up, that allowed the debt-based system and the consumer-oriented, the consumer mentality to take over. So instead of valuing things, the purchase is valued. Does that make any sense? Personal gratification in a consumer-based society comes from purchasing things. And the more disposable they are, and the more often you have to purchase them, the more satisfaction you get out of it. I know, it sounds crazy, it's a loop, but look at the world around you and that's what you see. Everything is disposable. If you go back to my grandfather's day, when you bought a car, you didn't buy that car to hold on to it for 2-3 years. You bought that car because you were going to hold on to this thing for life, and you loved it. Every weekend, you washed it, you waxed it, you changed the oil, and you lubed all of the things. And this was just the regular person. This wasn't like a car fanatic. This was just a regular guy. This is how they viewed cars. This is how they viewed the material things that they had. And a lot of that rubbed off on me. I try to make the most of everything. Nothing goes to waste. It's how I've made it. Okay, I own 21 cars, trucks, and motorcycles. And all 21 of those cars, trucks, and motorcycles at any given time will start, run, and drive. I have like 5 or 6 batteries that I rotate between them, because there's no sense in just letting a battery deteriorate in a car that's parked. But they're all complete running cars. Pour gas in it, put the battery in it, turn the key, and poof, off you go. 20 out of 21, that's not bad. And 21 is only a part because I just haven't gotten to it yet. But I have all of the parts. I've accumulated all of the parts to put it together. I'm getting ready this afternoon. We're going to shoot the video with Josh and his transmission. And this was another thing that reminded me of this. So, okay, I mean, not getting into like technical stuff, but this is the front drum from the 727. And underneath this plate here are springs that have to be compressed to get this C-clip out so you can change the seals in here. Well, they sell a tool for this. The tool is like $45. And if I did this on a regular basis, I would just go buy the tool. But because I do it infrequently, I can't see spending the $40. Am I cheap? No. I will guarantee you that as soon as I'm done shooting this video, we're going to go eat. And I'm probably going to spend $40 on food because I splurge on things that I like. but I can't see wasting the money on a part or a tool they'll only use once or twice. So when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, and I was broke, and I had to do this for the first time, and I couldn't afford the proper tool, I used a harmonic damper puller with a couple of long bolts and a disc, a grinding disc. Whoops, just a a grinding disc down there. And that's the tool that I made. And for the last 50 years, that's the tool I've used. And we'll use it again today. Is it the right way? Is it the best way? No. It's the old school way. We don't waste anything and we don't buy stuff that we don't need. When the jet guys were building were putting their engine together, they bought all brand new ARP hardware for it, including a set of oil pan bolts. So you say, great, ARP rod bolts, nice, good purchase. ARP head bolts, awesome, great purchase, good value. ARP oil pan bolts, I think they're $36 or $37 for a set of oil pan bolts, when there was at least the one full set that came off that engine originally that they could have used for free. But because we live in a consumer/debt-based economy, and gratification is found through the purchase and the cycling of items, it's not their fault that they're, quote, in my boomer or pre-boomer value system, that they're wasteful. It's not their fault. It's how society is. It's how it's been bred into them. Now, I'm not condemning their entire generation. There are lots of guys of that generation, of the millennial generation, that do put value on those small things. One of them there's a fellow YouTuber named Just Mopar Joe, and he's wanting to help with our 318 build, with the Mission Impossible 318 build. So he's like, hey, anything I got, man, let me send it off to you. And he has a stash. He collects things. He hoards things. I could tell he's like us. He's like the old timers. Where he got that value from, I don't know, because he is a millennial. He's the same, cut from the same cloth as the junkyard jet guys. So it's not across the board. Like I said, my generation, the boomer generation, we're the ones that started this whole consumerism. I save everything. This area right here is a catch-all of the shop. I can't bear to throw away a piece of old bumper bracket. Why? Well, because I can use this. There's so many different uses for this piece of metal that if I'm in the middle of working on something, or let's just say I wanted to make a tool similar to the one I'm using for the clutch compressor. Well, here you go. This is perfect. I cut it here, drill a hole, and that takes the place of my grinding disc that I just use out of tradition. I mean, this thing has 1,000 uses. Yeah, it's just scrap metal. I can throw it on a scrap metal pile, but there's money here. You know, this is a valuable commodity. This is something I'll be able to use somewhere down the road, or maybe I won't, and then somebody can just come and throw it away when I die. Like I said, this is like just a catch-all area of the shop where this stuff I can't bear to throw away. You know, and this is how I'm able to keep 20 out of 21 cars and motorcycles and trucks turnkey, ready to go at all times. Because when I need that little thing, you know, when I need a pit pin, I mean, you know, whatever it happens to be, it's just crap, it's just random junk. But when I need a washing machine part that has, you know, I need to run a heater hose and it's in the way of this or that, well, here you go, bango. We got our piece, and I don't have to go hunting for it, I don't have to go buy it, it's right there. I know, I'm stretching to find examples of things that I would use. This heat shield off of the exhaust manifolds that Josh is putting on there. It's junk. Nobody needs this. It's a mid-70s heat shield off of a big block Chrysler. But look at this radius here. Look at this curve and all. I mean, be building something or need something, and here's the piece that I need right here. Cut it out, stick it right. Where do you put the value on that? Yeah, right? That's what I mean. You can't save everything, obviously. But you save the things that you see that at some point might be useful. And that's how you succeed at this game. So when my grandfather was a kid, like I said, it was the Great Depression. And you know, they saved aluminum foil. They saved rubber bands. They saved all sorts of things. Because money was scarce. When you had something, you milked it to the very last thing. And over the course of the next, oh God, what's it been, 70 years, 80 years? The pendulum swung completely the other way, where everything is a throwaway, nothing really has value. Cars are appliances, people use them up and just pass it on, and our society reflects us. All aspects of our society reflects us. But the thing you got to always keep in mind, even if it's not a matter of being able to support a large fleet of vehicles and do it economically, is that the pendulum always swings the other way. And from what I see, the pendulum has gone as far that way as it can go, because nothing has value anymore. Nothing. The pendulum can only swing the other way. And when it does, you want to be ready for it. I hope you got something out of that. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, come on, we got to check on things. Quality control is everything, Cap. Uncle Crystal's busy doing the shirts. We got the holiday season upon us. How are we doing over here?
Doing good, getting the shirts in order.
Nice, nice. What designs are we working on?
Well, we have Gearhead here.
Yeah.
And then of course we have, the Uncle Tony's Garage to Go Fast shirts. And then the stamp shirts and the March shirts.
Like Uncle Tony's Garage. That's why I brought the bike in here. Because everything has the right atmosphere, the right...
Marinating gasoline.
Yeah.
Okay.
And smoke. Are you smoking?
No, I don't smoke.
Why not?
Because I don't smoke.
Alright, so we got the Gearhead monk shirt.
Yeah.
Check. Nice, nice.
Check.
What other shirts we got? We got these?
Oh, yes.
Sketchy. This is sketchy. Okay, we got those. Taking those?
Yeah.
Nice. Somebody's gonna want
No,
aromatic shirt. Yeah?
No, don't do that.
Yeah, trust me on that. Oh, people like that. Send them to somebody special. Okay? What other shirts we got? I don't like this one. What? Crystal, it's kind of dingy in here.
Okay.
You gotta fix the lights. There you go.
Okay. It's okay.
All right. What else we got going on? So all these shirts are available now?
Yeah.
The Gearhead monk shirt? Yeah. The I Hit Card shirt? You making these? Excellent. Okay. What's that one?
To Go Fast shirt.
This, yes, very nice. We sell thousands of those. The bike's gonna stall. Quick, just in case. All right, you have everything in hand? You good to go? All right, I'll just leave the bike running for you. Let me know if you need anything.